So this would be your typical Chinese neighborhood in Shenzhen. The houses are all like parts of old fishing villages, like the little neighborhoods, because obviously Shenzhen was being built relatively quickly, you know, in the last 40 years, since 1979. So really the actual city's been built outside of these old fishing villages that kind of still exist, but now exist within a city. So a lot of people in Shenzhen, they live in little flats that were formerly fishing villages, as you can see, and it looks kind of different to the modern part of Shenzhen that kind of exists outside these small neighborhoods. And it's filled with all these really old kind of alleyways and the good thing about these little neighborhoods though is you can get anything you could possibly want from the shops here. They have shops for everything. You know, really you have no reason to leave a small neighborhood like this. You know, you can buy any kind of household utensils you might want. You know, you can get your mobile phone fixed at shops, this one here. You know, there's lots of food. You can get food from all over China just in this small neighborhood, you know. It's hairdressers. You know, corner shops. If you need to get your booze and your cigarettes, you can come here and get whatever you need. Shenzhen is filled with malls. Everywhere you go, you're never too far away from a big shopping mall. And you know, they'll have supermarkets in there, jewelry shops, makeup shops. So this is the little fishing village neighborhood that I just showed you. And over here, well, this is actually quite interesting. There's lots of reclaimed land in Shenzhen from the sea. So probably where I am now would have been where the beach was 40 years ago, and this would be the fishing village where all the fishermen would live. It'd be right next to the coast, but now it's turned into this big sprawling mega city. This is Baoan Stadium. This could be the biggest sports centre in Shenzhen, I'm not quite sure. But inside they have an Olympic-sized swimming pool, and then I think 2 or 3 outdoor swimming pools. Another thing about Baoan, which is a little bit different to the rest of Shenzhen, you get a lot of big open spaces, which is really quite nice, because in Lehu or Futian it's definitely a lot more condensed and packed and busy, whereas here you get a little bit of space and room to yourself. And obviously Baoan's a little bit far away from everything, but you know, they're building new metro lines, they're making it easier for people to get to places. So yeah, there's big improvements to this neighborhood in the past 2 or 3 years. What do I think about neighborhoods in China? I think that, you know, they're very convenient to live in. To be honest, it would be very easy to just stay in that neighborhood and never leave, because, you know, you can get anything you need from the local area. And also, you know, buying things online in China is so convenient that you can just get everything you needed delivered. There's definitely a big difference between the old neighborhoods and the new ones. The new ones obviously probably have a lot better quality apartments in it. Maybe a little bit less kind of convenient, because usually, I'll show you, hold on, because usually the shops would exist around the gated area of these closed communities. I don't know if you can see it, and all the restaurants. And I always find like their choice of shops to be not as varied as these fishing villages. I think these fishing village neighbourhoods have a lot more do-it-yourself kind of attitude. I quite like the traditional aspects of the fishing village kind of neighbourhood. It's just impressive to think as well that, you know, this is all a new area, and obviously before Shenzhen became a city, this would have been the sea. You know, it's literally raised ground, raised earth. So yeah, things change a lot in this city. But anyway, if you can like and subscribe, and I'll catch you next time.